I am not in support or against the use of paper rosters or poll pads. Those that say otherwise are misleading and dishonest. I'm in favor of a municipality's right to choose. Arguments in favor of poll pads have been about the ease and accuracy of poll pads and how they perform. Arguments in favor of paper rosters have been that they give their community more confidence in their elections. Both of these arguments, by the way, are true. State election laws are generally mandated for statewide uniformity, including registration procedures. This has not been done for poll pads. Poll pads have not been mandated by the state. Many counties in the state do not use poll pads. Isanti's County Board of Commissioners voted to allow municipalities the right to choose between poll pads and paper rosters. This means that county boards do have the authority to grant municipalities the right to choose. Our election officials and our county attorney state that the Isanti example doesn't compare to Anoka County because they have a lesser population, insinuating that state election laws change from county to county based on population, which is, of course, ridiculous. The state mandates statewide uniformity. So how did we get here? Today, our election officials and county attorney hold the position that our county election officials have always now and have always had full authority over the choice to impose use of poll pads or paper rosters. Then why the vote today? Why do we need to affirm anything if that is true? The vote on the resolution today is to transfer elected officials' authority to unelected staff. Next thing is very important from even what we're talking about. About 18 months ago, we were all told by our elections officials and the county attorney that municipalities do not have choice because back in 2018, the county board voted to use poll pads. Well, this statement and position confirms that in 2018, the county board decided to use poll pads, not election officials. And the opinion of the county attorney 18 months ago was that county board has all the authority to decide. And that was pushed. Finding this out, because I didn't know the difference back then, I met with the head election officials to get more clarity because I didn't know back then. So since the board voted to use poll pads, if the board voted to allow municipalities the right to choose, I asked, would the original vote be reversed and would municipalities have the right to choose between poll pads and paper rosters? The answer was yes from the head election officials 18 months ago. Wanting municipalities to have autonomy, which I do, I then proceeded to talk to my colleagues about, having an up or down vote on this topic, and was met with a variety of responses: yes, no, maybe, I'll think about it. But then, because I was talking to people, kind of got into the ether of the county and probably over to the county attorney's office, and things began to change. I found out that the county board actually never voted on the use of poll pads. They just voted to purchase poll pads. In 2018, there was an attempt by the county to have each municipality vote to approve the use of poll pads in their municipality. This, of course, suggests that the county's thinking at the time is that they needed approval from each municipality and could not force them to use poll pads. And in fact, there is legislation in 1987 that describes the need for municipal approval to adopt new election rules. Some cities voted for the poll pads and some never even voted. The county just went ahead and approved it and just forced it on the cities anyway. Then I heard that the city of Oak Grove passed a resolution stating that they were not going to use poll pads and instead use paper rosters. It was a resolution by the city. The city of Oak Grove then received an unsigned anonymous letter from the county threatening that if they used paper rosters, they would be charged with a felony. Imagine that. An anonymous letter from the county attorney threatening Anoka County elected officials. I wonder how many times that's happened. I will not be supporting this resolution. This title is not true and the language is not accurate. The last resolve. The Anoka County head election official has designated that all precincts in Anoka County shall use electronic rosters for all statewide elections. Not true. I've asked on what date did this happen, by what action, was it enacted, and can I have documentation? I received nothing because it does not exist. The head election officials have not officially and uniformly designated that all precincts in Anoka County use poll pads. It never happened. If it was true, why would the head election officials say that the reason municipalities are bound to using poll pads is because the county board voted for them in 2018? And why would the head election official during my meeting say municipalities could be unbound by the use of poll pads by a simple majority vote of the county board? Now, I'm sure after my comments, some of my comments will be misrepresented and my positions. There might be some politically biased things coming from the county attorney, which, by the way, has told us that he does not represent this board. Maybe even character attacks and my favorite, fake outrage. But just to clarify my point of view one more time, I am not advocating for or against poll pads. I am advocating for municipalities in Anoka County the autonomy to choose between poll pads and paper rosters. Registration using poll pads or paper rosters has nothing to do with the voting process. So it should not matter how you check someone in to vote, as long as it's accurate. We used and trusted paper rosters until 2018. We have been told that they both work well. If they both work well, why use the little iron fist of Anoka County and pound municipalities into submission when it appears that they have the right to choose? Also, we have been told that all of the content of this resolution is already in place and that the action before us today is to simply reaffirm what is already in place. And this is really the biggest lie of the day. Because if it was already in place, there would be no need to consider this resolution in the first place. This resolution is not to reaffirm the existing policy by design, but it is designed to transfer authority from the duly elected Anoka County Board to elected bureaucrats and allow commissioners to hide from this topic. I cannot support this misleading and possibly illegal resolution. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner